at the last tournament of the year for the ASA. It's the Classic here in Cullman, Alabama. As always, it's going to be hot and humid. Actually, a little breeze just picked up, but been a great year. One of my best ever. Also, one of the toughest to win. I feel like there's so much talent out here anymore. It's like you never know what's going to happen.
All right, Darren Christianberry, Open Pro. There it is, Shooter of the Year, and it came down to the wire.
It did. Levi came into the weekend with a 6-point lead, I believe. Lost that lead yesterday in day one, and today got fire at the end, but just ran out of targets, and Dan slipped in there and got Shooter of the Year again. Levi in second. Jacob Slusarz has shot lights out this year, rounding out the podium. So Brady Myers, Joseph Goza, Chance Bobeff, top 6, but Dan, Levi, and Jacob on the top 3 positions in the podium, and congrats to Dan. And here we are getting ready for our shoot-off. Jacob Slusarz, we just mentioned, at a 4:38. Brady Myers, 4:30. No, this is not correct. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Mason Dowell. Mason Dowell's at 4:26. Dan McCarthy, 4:26. Jacob Slusarz, 4:26. Danny Evans at 4:20. And Brady Myers rounding out the top 5 at 4:18. So only 8 points between first and fifth. And you've seen how these bonus rings can change a shoot-off. Let's watch another exciting round.
All right. Darren, before we get to this, let's go back to Metropolis to see how this division shook out there last month.
Jacob Slusarz put together 2 stellar days in qualifying to take an 8-point lead into the shoot-down over Brady Myers in second. But lurking 1 point behind Myers was the always dangerous Levi Morgan, who has proven time and time again he's not afraid to mash the gas in the shoot-down.
That arrow helped me a ton.
I do what I can.
Jacob Slusarz just shot unreal all weekend. He said the numbers were just popping into his head. You could see everything. He was super aggressive, and man, it shows in his score.
The finals open with Slusarz hitting a 12 and Levi smashing a 14.
14? Smashes it right off the start.
On the next target, Slusarz shot a 10 as compared to Morgan's 8, and Jacob's lead over Levi went back to 9. The 2-shot matching 12s on target 3, but another 14 for Levi on target 4.
Nathan, I think he might have got it.
Was 4 points better than Slusarz's 10. Jacob's lead shrunk to 5.
As hot as it
going
is,
to put the hammer
he's
down.
He's got to have ice in his veins. Inside out.
Yet another 14 by Levi on target 5, paired with a 12 by Slusarz, cut Jacob's lead to 3 ahead of the final arrow.
He is a firm believer. You ain't first, you're last.
With that final arrow, Levi shot his 4th 14 of the round.
I didn't expect any less.
Forcing Slusarz to hit a 12 or better to hold on to the lead he'd worked so hard for all weekend.
Can he do it one more time?
With a silent crowd behind him and untold pressure on his shoulders, Slusarz delivered in the biggest moment of the night.
Got it.
Clutch.
To take his 2nd ASA victory ever on the same field where he won his first one 2 years earlier.
He said it right before he shot him. Like, I know I have to 12 this. He's going to hit it. He hit, like, all of them beforehand.
Right.
I knew he was going to hit that one. No, I mean, I was absolutely nervous, but it was already basically predetermined what I had to do. That was... I couldn't have wrote that out any better. 8 points, I said earlier I wasn't comfortable, but I didn't think it would come down to I need to 12 this last target to win the whole thing. That was insane. That was awesome.
All right, Darren, so we want to get to the action. So Brandon Reyes, bring out our archers.
All right, here's the final shoot down of the evening, the Open Pro shoot down. Let's meet the top 5 finalists. Coming in at number 5 from East Berlin, Pennsylvania, representing PSE, Brady Myers. The number 4 qualifier from Monticello, Illinois, representing Matthews, Danny Evans. The Number 3 qualifier from Voorheesville, New York, representing Darton, Jacob Slusarz. Number 2 qualifier from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, representing Matthews, Dan McCarthy. And the top qualifier from New Martinsville, West Virginia, representing Matthews, Mason Dowell.
All right, Darren, here we go. The last one of the year. Not just the night, last one of the year.
Yeah, I think ASA should do 12 tournaments a year instead of just 6. I really like doing these things. I like shooting in them. I know it's a lot of work. And, man, the sun's dropped down just enough. It's right in our eyes. The whole field is almost in the shade now. So they have a different view. We have a different view. And we'll do our best, a different view. And we'll do our best to give you a good call here.
Yeah, we've got Mason Dowell. This is his first. No, this is his second, because he was in Metropolis was his first. This is his second ever pro shoot down.
I walked off the range with Mason today. He wanted me to give a big shout out to his grandma, because he said without her, she supported him forever, and that's the reason he's doing this. And
all right.
Mason had a little break in archery because he lost a brother in a house fire. He told me, I had no idea. So he's trying to win one for his family this weekend, and good luck to him.
Good luck to Mason. There's Brady.
Did somebody 14 that already?
The mule deer. But whoever's on it did.
And I think there's a 14 on the coyote as well. This is going. These guys don't have rangefinders. I'll say that right now. They don't have rangefinders. So watch this.
That. Wow.
Mason.
All right.
Dowell.
So first up is Mason,
and he's got a 12. That's a good start. 438. There's one bonus ring. I'm going to keep a tally how many rings we hit.
Yeah.
There's one.
So remember, they don't know how far this is.
They're guessing. Dan McCarthy. 10. 436.
So Dan this year was shooter of the year. That's his 4th in a row.
Wow.
Look at that.
14.
Inside out.
440 took the lead.
He's one of those guys who's super aggressive.
Yeah.
When it's working, oh boy, he's hard to beat.
10 for Danny. I said it a long time ago. I don't know when it was, when Jacob first came on the scene and started being seen. I said, that kid's got some game.
Yeah.
And my gosh, he's unleashed it here this year. He can judge. 428. 10 for
Brady Myers, who was our Foley champ this year.
Jacob's a good indoor shooter too.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys that shoot these fantastic indoor scores, when they figure out how far away these targets are, they post good scores because they're good shots. And Jacob is a good shot.
All right, so he is now in the lead. There we're looking at Mason Dowell and Dan McCarthy. Mason on the leopard, Dan on the mule deer.
I wonder if Dan will try to 14 this.
Is it still the shortest?
I think the wolf is the shortest, yeah. Jacob's shooting a long Russian.
Mason just checked his draw.
I can't see anything with this sunlight. I'm going to have to wait and see what the camera tells me.
It's right in our face.
Dan did shoot it to 14. I can see it, and it looks to be just a fuzz low, naked eye.
And Mason is somewhere in the vitals area.
It's hard to
I
see.
want to see it so bad, and I just can't.
I'm peeking around the TV monitor here, and I can't see anything.
Go to the judges. This is Brady Myers on the wolf. Oh, and he went for that 14.
I can't tell.
Scott says
8.
Just missed.
436 for Brady.
Start making those plays for the big numbers, the bonuses.
Mason on the gold tip leopard.
Yeah.
Mason Dowell coming off a 12.
See what he gets, and a 10.
There's a 10 for Mason.
448.
All right.
I forgot to tally up the bonus rings. I got sidetracked.
Here we go for Dan McCarthy. Oh, that is.
He did shoot at that 14. 4,
Missed it.
44.
There's a look at Jacob Slusarz. So serious when he shoots.
Mm-hmm.
10 for Jacob.
10 for Jacob.
10.
Jacob
Right.
really kind of set the stage for that, though. He steps up there and boom, 14 right off the bat. Now everybody behind him's like, well, Jacob 14 that, maybe I need to head it too. So
Got to do it.
he may have set the stage for that. Danny Evans, survey says they're looking hard at it. Oh, they're looking for an 8-5 call.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 8. 438.
All right.
We've shot 2 arrows already.
Move to the next target.
These things go by so fast.
Fast.
As we do that, Jacob.
I know there's a lot of fill with commercials and things, but man, the shoot-off just quick.
448, 17.
Still 2 points. Jacob over Mason Dowell.
McCarthy, 444, 14 bonus rings. Danny Evans, 438 and 13. Dave
Yeah,
Brady,
450,
14.
448. Danny's in third at a 444 right now.
So Mason in Metropolis did not make the podium. He made the shoot down, but not the podium.
Gotcha.
So hey, your second shoot down. I'm sure he wants the podium. Sure he wants the win.
Yep.
But wants to stay on the podium.
Now.
Look at that stabilizer there.
Did not
Nothing.
even move.
Nothing.
That's not even fair.
It isn't.
Not even fair.
You're right. Mine moves a whole lot.
This one here doesn't move much either.
Yeah,
Mr.
if they
Dan-
were on that one, it's not moving either.
Mr. Dan McCarthy front and center. One of the baddest on the planet at this game. I wonder what's going through his mind. Let's see how it shook out here. Who's on the wolf first now?
We got Danny Evans on the wolf. He went 14 hunting.
Looking for bonus
I
points.
think he got it. Yes, he did.
452.
Good way, Danny.
452 and 14 bonus rings.
Next up, we got Brady
Brady Myers
on the leopard, and he takes a 14.
Wow.
Back to back.
450. That's crazy.
Back-to-back 14s and unknown distances.
And I think we have another bonus ring here. From Mr. Mason Dowell.
460.
I'll take a 12.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
see, what did Dan McCarthy do? He's on a long one.
I think he got a
Rush
10. I
4.
think he's just above it, but I don't have a good view.
Oh,
Well, never mind. How about
Hey.
12?
we're 4 for 4, Darren, on bonus rings.
Yeah. What do we got?
Come on, Jacob. Clean the sweep. Oh, I think he got it. It's. Oh, wow.
Can't
Get it in there. It's so close.
Yeah, that's connector. That's a 12.
Here we go. There it is. 5 for 5.
462. There you go, folks. No rangefinder.
No
All judging.
rangefinder.
All 5 of them hit a bonus ring.
Unbelievable.
Some really nice moves.
Not even fair, is it?
Darren,
Ought to be young again. Ought to be young again.
16 bonus rings.
You can say that. I couldn't even shoot that when I was there.
Some of these guys got a different gear at times. They got gears I don't think I even ever had at my best, but man, oh man, they're tough. I love watching good archery too. It's just because what they're doing is not easy.
No.
Back within 10 points of our leader.
I don't know how difficult it looks like on TV, but what they're doing is not easy to do.
And just think about that. You're up there, and you're, Mason Dowell. Hey, I hit a 12.
Yeah.
Well, everybody else hit 14s and 12s.
Gain nothing. You have to survive. There's a good look at Mason.
Yeah, he's still 2 points back.
West Virginia boy. He's shooting back tension release. He's going to rotate and rotate and rotate till it fires. Boom. Strong shot.
Like a center 10. Oh, Dan said smoked it. We could read those lips.
Maybe, yeah. When
It's
it fired,
Jacob.
he liked it. I bet he 14s it.
Is he going to go for it? He's aiming super hard.
He went at it.
Did it. He got it.
Smoked it.
He got it.
He's judging that too, like the inch right there.
And Jacob was upset. He's like, nobody cheered last time when he was smoking all these bonus rings. Danny Evans waited
to see.
He's got 9, 8, 7.
He went for the 14. Got an 8 line, I believe. Wow.
All right.
Good stuff, Jacob.
Let's go. Crowd, if you can hear me, cheer for this 14.
476.
Jacob. Come on. Cheer for
got
this
it.
14.
14.
We got some.
Got some.
We got some for you, Jacob.
Danny Evans coming off a 14 of his own.
I believe he's got an 8 for Danny, I believe.
Yeah. Just over it there.
8, 460.
All right, we're coming around to Brady.
Brady Myers also coming off a 14 ring.
5 for Brady.
Over on the mule deer. Seeing Dan McCarthy say smoked it, we don't usually see such outbursts from him.
He usually doesn't have much emotion out there.
I like it.
10.
10.
10 for Mason. 470.
Keep doing that in the future, Dan.
Dan McCarthy.
We like it.
So Jacob now has a 6-point lead with that 14 over Mason.
To get within 10 points.
They're looking.
Dan
That's a
McCarthy.
14. That's a 14. Come on.
14.
There it is. Yeah.
470.
All right, gentlemen, let's move to our last.
Dan is now tied again with Mason.
Here we go.
Wow.
5th arrow coming up here.
Right now,
17 bonus rings.
Danny and Brady would not make the final arrow. Let's see what this arrow score, what the scores from these arrows add up to be, and we'll see who will be in the final arrow. But this is the 5th.
At 460 is Danny Evans. At 455.
There it is.
Where are we
Jacob
at?
Slusarz looking pretty good.
He's on the leopard.
476.
Broken by bonus rings.
Evans is on the mule deer.
Third place. With that being said, Mr. McCarthy, if you're ready.
Jacob, those dart and bows are agreeing with
So
Jacob Slusarz.
Dan's going to shoot a 14 right here. Jacob's going to need a 12 to try to keep his lead extended because I feel like Dan's going to 14 this wolf. There's a good look at Mason again. Nice and steady. Little bit of shimmer in that shirt. Strong shot, buddy.
All right, it's in there.
There's Dan. Let's see if he shoots that 14.
Wolf.
Oh, he's
Under it.
low. Yep.
So what did Jacob do?
He's
That's
at
what we
least
need to
he's
see.
at least a 10.
Yeah.
So Dan's an 8. We know that. Puts him at 478.
There's an 8 for Dan McCarthy on the wolf. I think Jacob would, after his last tournament, would like a little more breathing going into the 6th arrow.
Definitely.
There's only one bonus ring behind.
He's got a 10.
He proved he can perform under pressure, but I'm guessing he would prefer not to have to.
Right, 486 now, so he is 8 points ahead of Dan.
So here's Danny.
8 for Danny Evans, 468.
14 rings are feast or famine.
He will not make the final arrow.
And
Brady Myers on the boar, Russian boar. I'm guessing that's 14 hunting, and he got it.
469.
Right.
He won't make the final arrow either, I don't believe.
And takes over 4th place.
Jacob's at
And
86.
Mason Dowell takes a 10. All right.
10, so 480.
So,
I have Jacob at a 486.
okay.
So anybody needs to have a 476 or higher to be in the final arrow, which would be Danny Evans in 5th, Brady Myers in 4th, and then 3 guys to the final arrow. There we have it.
Yep, so Brady Myers is going to finish the tournament in 4th, Danny Evans in 5th, and yes, our last 3 shooters.
Yep. And there's Jacob Slusarz with that ever popular 6-point lead.
6-point lead.
With 1 arrow to go.
With 1 arrow to go.
Dan shoots first. Okay.
So
Mason's going to be on the podium no matter what.
yeah, second shoot down ever.
Yep.
Make the podium. I'm sure he's happy about that. He's excitable too.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I see him on the raids.
I don't know if you call it nervous energy or what, but he gets excited.
He does. It's cool to watch.
He's passionate about it. When I walked off the range today, I was like, aren't you glad you finally realized you belong in that class? He's like, yeah, I've got the confidence now. And that's so huge, just knowing your capabilities, knowing you're capable of it, and then proving it to yourself, that's a really good place to be.
All right, so Scott Parrott's handing back arrows that have been shot. And at the other end, they put out the Impala. Boy, they put it out there. We don't know where they're shooting from, but
it's deep.
Yeah.
Al is Wagtina. Al is the new owner.
Scott Parrott didn't move too far in front, so it's
he's ranging it now and telling him to go back with it. So he's going to set this deep.
This is a bomber.
To new levels, and ASA is proud to be on board with them.
50-yard max, little wiggle room. So 51 yards. We were just saying hello to the Pirellis. They are the owners of Delta McKenzie down here, our title sponsor for the Classic. The new owners, the Pirellis, big shot targets. And they make some wonderful targets.
All right, gentlemen, it's going to start your
Man, make this all possible.
That's a pretty deep shot.
That's
right there.
a long one.
I'm going to say Scott was looking for something around 48 yards right there.
Yeah.
Start your 1 minute.
That's going to be,
It's a poke.
if not all of it,
Yeah.
almost all of it.
So let's see, Dan McCarthy's up first. He has no choice but to shoot a 14.
Yeah.
He's 8 points. No, he's 2 points behind Mason. Dan doesn't care about second place.
No, second, third, doesn't matter.
He might need some spending money for the winner. Second will pay more than third.
Well, he's got that Shooter of the Year check in his back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
So what's he got to lose?
Yeah, he needs this.
He's got the big money.
He needs this check to pay the taxes on that Shooter of the Year check. That's what we got going on.
8 points behind. He knows what he's got.
So for that Shooter of the Year, I mean, he's in the vicinity of 25,000 plus
He can't lose third place.
with contingency and what he makes from the ASA. He's already got that.
Yeah, and there could be some backdoor hidden money on those bonuses. I know some manufacturers work in some hidden stuff, so who knows? But regardless, face value is still big money.
Yeah. Here we go. We're going to see how much he adds to that.
So steady. I said a lot. Dan hits him when he has to. He doesn't necessarily have to have this one, but odds are he could hit it.
Dead quiet in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Overjudged
tall.
it. Yeah.
I bet he was thinking. I
Yeah.
have an idea. I know what he's thinking. I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
because
no, I understand.
Someone will.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Give
So,
anybody any?
That 5, let's see, that puts him at 483.
483.
He's on the podium.
Yeah, Mason needs a 5, so he can shoot at a 14
You make a 5,
if he
you
wants
come
to.
second. You shoot a 14, then you'll be shooting at you're sitting at 494.
Yeah.
And
What?
Jacob
There
would
it
have,
is.
Jacob would have to shoot a 10. You got to shoot a 14.
14.
You have
There's
to.
Nothing.
To put any kind of pressure on Jacob, you need a 14 here. But
A 5, you stay where you are.
Yep.
Yeah, the crowd's saying go for it.
Even if you set your sight, even if you think this is, let's just say, think it's 55 yards, set your sight at 53. Make sure you don't go high.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start your 1 minute now.
Here he goes. Already on the podium.
Nothing to lose. Eight.
Hey.
4.
All right.
88. Second place ain't bad, kid.
No, he's shaking his head, but hey.
Jacob needs 2 points.
Second place in your second ever pro shoot down, Mason Dowell. Good job. And now, Jacob Slusarz just needs foam.
Yep.
You need 2 points to win. I'm done talking to you.
Two points to win. I'm done talking to you.
Boy, yeah. As we were saying, Darren, you know, we had the rewind in the beginning. Way different feeling here for Jacob Slusarz than last time.
Yeah, no
in
doubt.
Metropolis.
Yeah, last time he had to 12 it to win. This time all he has to do is catch foam.
Just hit the target.
What a good place to be. He'll probably 12 it.
I'm guessing he's aiming right in the
Look
middle.
at that stabilizer. Good
Yep,
team.
center 10.
4.96, and he is your champ.
Jacob Slusarz for dart and archery.
Second place, Mason Dowell.
So good.
Takes that
Brady
win.
Myers and Danny Evans. Congratulations, guys. That wraps up the first.
So
There we
good.
go. He's going to come over here. Darren, while he's coming over here, we appreciate your time this year.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Always a wealth of knowledge for the folks at home.
And we'll do the drawing.
I'm no commentator by trade, but I try. Hopefully
You
we
got it. I know the people at home love
Well,
it.
hopefully we make it interesting for people, and it's, you know, try to give it a perspective from. I've been in a couple of shoot downs and don't always make the right decision or don't have the right advice, but it's fun. It's fun to talk about archery. I love it.
All right. Here comes Jacob. Jacob, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, Jacob, I want to know. He said this time all you have to do is hit foam. That had to feel better.
No, I think I was more nervous for that one. That's an intimidating statement.
Oh, Jacob, I can't repeat the quote, but I remember having a conversation with you a couple tournaments ago. I'm not taking any credit for this at all. Don't get me wrong, but man, what lit a fire under you?
Man, you can take credit if you repeat the quote.
I can't repeat the quote. We're on live TV.
Man, it was just the quote was just perfect comedic relief for me. But it's just been a good couple weeks. I've been shooting good, judging good, making good decisions, and then I think your quote just kind of lit the fire I needed, I guess.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I can't take any credit, but man, you're shooting so good right now. I know you hate that the season's coming to an end, and the courses were tough. I know they were tough. You blistered again. Your yardage is good. Your shot. I mean, we watch close-ups of you shooting right there. Your stabilizer doesn't even move. It's got to feel pretty good. You're in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, I mean the setup's just kind of clicking right at this moment. It's unfortunate the year's over. That's not really when you need that to happen.
Yeah.
No, the weekend was good. The courses were tough, but I judged good and shot good all weekend. And then in that shoot-off, I said I was going to set the tone on the first target. And when it hit, I said, you know what? I'm going to ride this out. And then on the Wolf, I'm like, do you really shoot at a 14 with a lead? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to win it right here if I'm going to do it.
Yep.
So let's do it.
No, great business decision, and you did. You set the tone. I told PJ early in the broadcast, I said, when you shot that 14, everybody behind you was like, well, he hit it. We're going to have to try to hit it. So I thought you may have forced their hand a little bit. Man, it worked out great for you.
Yeah, it was a good – hindsight's always 20/20. It was a good call.
Yeah. Well, man, solid shooting back-to-back. Congrats on your shooting. Congrats on a Classic Championship.
Thanks, buddy.
Congratulations to Jacob Slusarz, our 2024 Delta McKenzie ASA Classic champ in Open Pro. Folks, that is going to do it for us, Competition Archery Media. We appreciate all of you and your support through the years. We had a great time this season. Hey, I say we come back next year and do it all over again, Darren Christian Berry. Appreciate your time. For everyone at home, I'm PJ Riley, Brandon Reyes. We appreciate you as well. Signing off for the year.